The rise of vaping has surged in popularity, especially among young people. It's often presented as a safer alternative to traditional cigarettes. However, vaping comes with its own set of risks that are important to understand. Vaping involves inhaling an aerosol produced by heating a liquid. This liquid, often called vape juice or e-liquid, typically contains nicotine, flavorings, and other chemicals. Vaping devices come in various shapes and sizes, from sleek pens to larger box mods. While some adults use vaping as a means to quit smoking, the trend has alarmingly caught on among youth. This video will delve into the risks and realities of vaping, shedding light on its potential dangers, especially for young people. It's crucial to understand that vaping is not harmless. The aerosol inhaled from vaping devices can contain harmful substances that can damage the lungs and lead to serious health issues. Vaping devices, also known as e-cigarettes, come in a variety of shapes and sizes, each with its own set of features. Understanding the different types of devices is important in comprehending the potential risks associated with vaping. The most common types of vaping devices include cig-a-likes, vape pens, pod mods, and box mods. Cig-a-likes resemble traditional cigarettes in appearance and are often the first choice for those transitioning from smoking. Vape pens are larger than cig-a-likes and offer a wider range of features, including adjustable power settings and refillable tanks. Pod mods are compact devices that use pre-filled pods containing e-liquid, while box mods are the largest and most powerful type of vaping device, often favored by experienced users. The diversity of vaping devices and their customizable features can be appealing, especially to young people. However, it's essential to remember that all vaping devices deliver nicotine and other potentially harmful substances into the body. The liquid that is heated and vaporized in e-cigarettes, known as vape juice or e-liquid, is a key component of vaping. While the exact composition of vape juice can vary, there are some common ingredients that raise concerns. Nicotine, a highly addictive substance found in traditional cigarettes, is also present in most e-liquids. The nicotine content in vape juice can vary widely, and some products contain very high levels, making them even more addictive than cigarettes. Besides nicotine, vape juice typically contains propylene glycol and/or vegetable glycerin, which create the visible vapor when heated. Flavorings are another common ingredient, added to make vaping more appealing, especially to young people. While some of these ingredients may seem harmless on their own, when heated and inhaled, they can form harmful compounds. The long-term health effects of inhaling these substances are still being studied, but early research suggests potential risks to lung health. A disturbing trend among young vapers is the modification of vaping devices. This often involves altering the device to increase the amount of vapor produced or to achieve a stronger nicotine hit. Teens are particularly susceptible to this trend, often sharing tips and tricks for device modification on social media platforms. However, such modifications can have dangerous consequences, increasing the risk of device malfunction and potential harm. Modifying vaping devices can lead to overheating and battery explosions, posing a serious risk of burns and injuries. Furthermore, tampering with the device can alter the concentration of substances delivered, potentially exposing users to higher levels of nicotine and other harmful chemicals. The allure of customization and the desire for a more intense vaping experience can drive young people to engage in risky device modification. It's crucial to educate youth about the potential dangers associated with these modifications and emphasize that even seemingly small alterations can have significant consequences. Unmasking the risks of modification. A recent study published in the Journal of Adolescent Health surveyed over 7,000 high school students across the United States has shed light on the alarming trend of vaping device modification among youth. The findings revealed that nearly 1 in 4 students who reported vaping had modified their devices. The study also found that device modification was significantly associated with an increased risk of experiencing negative health outcomes related to vaping. Students who modified their devices were more likely to report symptoms such as coughing, wheezing, and shortness of breath. They were also more likely to have experienced a burn or injury from their vaping device. This study underscores the importance of addressing device modification as a serious public health concern. It highlights the need for greater awareness among youth about the risks involved and emphasizes the urgency of implementing effective prevention strategies. EVALI outbreak. A vaping crisis. In 2019, the U.S. faced a severe lung injury outbreak linked to vaping called EVALI. This crisis highlighted the dangers of vaping, especially certain e-liquid additives. EVALI symptoms mimicked other respiratory illnesses, complicating diagnosis. Severe cases led to respiratory failure, hospitalization, and even death. The CDC found a strong link between EVALI and vitamin E acetate in THC vaping products. The outbreak underscored the need for better regulation to protect public health. Vitamin E acetate, the culprit in EVALI. As the investigation into the EVALI outbreak progressed, a key culprit emerged: vitamin E acetate. This additive, commonly found in skincare products, was being used as a thickening agent in some vaping products, particularly those containing THC. Vitamin E acetate, when inhaled, can cause severe lung damage. The CDC identified vitamin E acetate in lung fluid samples collected from EVALI patients, providing strong evidence linking the additive to the illnesses. While vitamin E acetate is safe when applied topically, inhaling it can have devastating consequences. The CDC issued a warning urging people to avoid vaping products containing vitamin E acetate, particularly THC-containing products, to prevent further cases of EVALI. The discovery of vitamin E acetate's role in the EVALI outbreak led to a crackdown on its use in vaping products. However, the incident serves as a cautionary tale, highlighting the potential dangers of inhaling substances not intended for respiratory use. CDC data: youth vaping on the rise. Despite growing awareness of the risks associated with vaping, youth vaping rates remain alarmingly high. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or CDC, has been tracking youth vaping trends, and the data paint a concerning picture. According to the 2023 National Youth Tobacco Survey, over 2.5 million middle and high school students reported current e-cigarette use. This represents a significant increase compared to previous years, highlighting the urgent need for effective prevention and intervention strategies. The CDC data also reveals that flavored e-cigarettes are particularly popular among youth. The availability of enticing flavors such as fruit, candy, and dessert makes vaping more appealing to young people, masking the harshness of nicotine and potentially contributing to addiction. The continued rise in youth vaping rates is a serious public health concern. It underscores the need for comprehensive measures to protect young people from the harms of vaping, including stricter regulations, increased education, and cessation support. Vaping's impact on health, a growing concern. Vaping, initially marketed as safer, poses significant health risks. It affects the respiratory and cardiovascular systems. Lung health is a primary concern. Aerosol inhaled can irritate and damage lungs. Long-term vaping is linked to chronic lung diseases like COPD. Vaping also negatively impacts cardiovascular health. Nicotine narrows blood vessels, increasing blood pressure and heart rate. Expert opinions, a call for caution. Health experts and organizations around the world have expressed growing concern over the rising popularity of vaping, particularly among young people. They emphasize the need for caution and highlight the potential risks associated with this activity. Dr. Jerome Adams, former Surgeon General of the United States, has been vocal about the dangers of vaping, stating, "We need to be clear that vaping is not safe for youth, young adults, pregnant women, or adults who do not currently use tobacco products." Dana Meany-Delman, Maryland, from the CDC's Center for Birth Defects and Developmental Disabilities, expressed her concern about the EVALI outbreak, emphasizing that e-cigarettes should never be used by youth, young adults, or pregnant women. These expert opinions underscore the importance of taking the risks associated with vaping seriously. It is crucial to prioritize public health and implement measures to protect individuals from the potential harms of vaping, particularly vulnerable populations such as youth and pregnant women. Vaping, a risk not worth taking. Vaping may seem safer than smoking, but it has its own risks. The aerosol can harm lungs, heart, and other organs. Youth vaping and device modifications increase dangers. The EVALI outbreak highlighted severe health risks. More research is needed, but vaping is a risk not worth taking. Prioritize public health and promote awareness. Protecting future generations requires collective effort.